this recipe, you'll need 1 chicken fillet per person. I'm cooking for 2, so I've got 2. You want to slice them from end to end, creating a pocket in the top of the fillet. Next, you need to take some fry light and spray the bottom of an oven dish that's big enough to hold your chicken fillets. Once you've sprayed the base, place your chicken fillets in the bowl and set to one side for now. Next, we're going to make a very simple barbecue sauce that is very Slimming World friendly. Now, you can make it as thick or as thin as you want, and obviously the quantity depends on how many people you're feeding. I normally have some left over, but what I use in my sauce is a carton of passata, a sprinkle of onion powder, a sprinkle of garlic granules, a pinch of salt, a splash of Worcester sauce, a splash of balsamic vinegar, 3 tablespoons of sweetener, and if you want your sauce to be slightly thicker, you can add some tomato puree as well. So back to our chicken breasts. Once your sauce is heated through and is ready to use, you want to spoon plenty of the sauce onto the chicken fillets, getting as much of it as you can into the pocket that you've created. This is going to keep the meat nice and tender and juicy while it's cooking and stop it from drying out. And it's also very flavoursome. So once your sauce is done, we're going to grab our bacon. Yes, this is more Muscle Food meat. The fillets and the bacon are both from Muscle Foods, and they really do taste good. They're very lean, very good value for money. So what we're going to do is take 2 medallions per chicken fillet. So obviously I'm going to be using 4 in this particular case, but you place 2 medallions over each of the chicken breasts, kind of tucking them in to create like a little parcel and to cover up the pocket that you created in the top of the fillets. Do mind your fingers when you're tucking in the bacon, because obviously that sauce that's just come off the hob is very hot. Now what you want to do, once you've covered your chicken with your bacon, is to put them in the oven at approximately 200 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes. Quick tip, any sauce that you have left over, pour it into a mason jar, leave it to cool with the lid open. Once it's cooled, seal the jar, put it in the fridge, and it'll be perfect for using within the next 24 hours. After 20 minutes, take your dish out of the oven and add 40 grams of reduced fat cheddar to each chicken fillet. Obviously you can substitute the cheese for a different type of cheese. Reduced fat cheddar is just what I use, and I use that as my healthy extra A option. So yes, 40 grams of cheese on each one, and then you're going to put them back into the oven again, basically to finish cooking the chicken and to melt the cheese. So it's going to need approximately 15 minutes again, possibly slightly longer. Obviously when you take them out, do check that your chicken fillet is thoroughly cooked and that the juices are running clear. Obviously these are quite large chicken fillets because they're the ones from Muscle Foods. Whilst the chicken was in the first time, I boiled some new potatoes, and I've also knocked up just a very basic salad. I'm going to use the potatoes for a potato salad. Now to do this, obviously boil your new potatoes, put them in a bowl, and I'm using the Hellmann's light mayonnaise. You can also use the lighter than light mayonnaise, which contains even less sins. This particular one is 2 sins per tablespoon. So you can add as much or as little as you want, just obviously sin it accordingly, and basically just mix it through. You don't need to do anything else, and it creates a really yummy, warm or chilled potato salad. So as you can see here, I've dished up the salad. I've also added some beetroot and some pickled onions. They're also speed food. I have my bowl of potato salad there ready to be dished up too. So now we're just waiting on the Hunter's chicken itself. And here it is. And I can tell you, when I took it out of the oven, it smelt absolutely divine. Now, as you can see here, the sauce that I've used is actually quite runny. Like I said previously, if you want a thicker sauce, you can actually just add some tomato puree, or you can add less passata to begin with. But basically, it tasted really good, and it kept the chicken very, very moist and very tender, and it tasted absolutely amazing. It's one of my favourite recipes so far. So obviously, put a chicken fillet on each of the plates, and then all that's left to do is to add a portion of the potato salad. As if by magic, here we are. So this is my Hunter's chicken, done in a very Slimming World friendly way. I've got half a plate of speed food. I've got a quarter of a plate of free-ish food with obviously a few sins, and obviously a chicken. So it's a really healthy, tasty meal. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up below. If you would like to see more recipe ideas, how-to videos, live cook-alongs, cleaning and organising tips, and much more, then please click that subscribe button and you will be notified each time I upload a fabby new video. Until next time, my friends.